Hey folks, Matt Easton here, Scholar Gladiator. So here's something a little bit different. I'm catching up with my channel emails. So obviously lots of people contact me through the Scholar Gladiatoria channel email address at Gmail. And so I've got an interesting message here, and thanks for sending it, from Jason Osterbind. Thanks for your message, Jason. And he's sent me a link to a, should we say, late Anglo Saxon, so 11th century kind of English rendition or version of Pumped Up Kicks. So Pumped Up Kicks was a song released in 2010 by Foster the People. Probably a lot of you know this tune. Anyway, it's been used in all sorts of TV programs and adverts and all kinds of stuff, as well as being, just quite successful as a release. And so this artist, a YouTuber called The Miracle Alina, who I'll link below, currently on 20k subs, but going up quickly by the look of it. And thanks to this, I think we'll probably go up quite a lot quicker. So he has done a cover of Pumped Up Kicks, but he's done it as if it was done in 1066. So this is Old English. So this is the language that the Anglo Saxons spoke, basically. And we know about this language from things like the Anglo Saxon Chronicle and the Venerable Bede and loads of other Anglo Saxon sources. It's not something I ever studied directly, but I'm certainly aware of the language, and I've seen little bits of it over the years, because obviously I did that period at university, and after university a little bit as well. So let's have a little look at a bit of it. So here is Pumped Up Kicks as it would have been in 1066, and in case you don't know, Pumped Up Kicks is about a school massacre, so not a really happy topic, but obviously some of the things like the references to gun have been changed to bow. So let's have a little look at this. So one of the things that you will be noticing is that some of the words are quite recognisable. Equally, some of the words are quite close to German and Dutch. So essentially the Anglo-Saxon language, Old English, was very closely related to certain Scandinavian languages, particularly Danish, I think. Also the Netherlands language, perhaps a little bit to Flemish, and to German, of course, because the Anglo-Saxons, as you might tell from the name Saxon, certainly had a very strong cultural connection to northern Germany and what's now known as Jutland and the Netherlands, Frisia. There's a lot of debate over whether there was a huge migration of people or whether it was more a migration of culture. I'm not going to go into that. But looking at this language, I think, so the Miracle Alina has done an absolutely phenomenal job of this. It's really, really cool. And I think it's really historically interesting. So apart from the fact that it's cool and, for a modern audience, this is cool and interesting and funny to watch, it's also really interesting for people interested in history. And there's been a lot of debate over whether, how far back you could go in time speaking modern English and still understand the people speaking English in England in past history. And I think that we can definitely say that in 1066, most modern English speakers could probably not understand a lot, at least. I don't know if most, but probably couldn't understand a lot of what was being said in 1066. Obviously there's words that we recognise there, but honestly the way they're put together, and at least 50% of the words you probably wouldn't recognise. So I don't think, I'm an amateur historian and a past archaeologist and someone who's studied this period. I don't think I could go back to 1066 and necessarily understand soldiers in Harold Godwinson's army at that time. Anyway, there we go. I hope this has been interesting for you. Quick little video. Thank you to Jason for sending me that. I had actually seen it from other people as well, but Jason, you basically reminded me that, yeah, I should mention this on the channel. Go and check out the video for yourself. Have a look. See how many words you can recognise or at least relate to. See if you can understand any of the Old English without looking at the subtitles. And go and check out the Miracle Aligners channel, which is linked below. Thanks for watching. Give us, if you're not subscribed, why? Go and subscribe to me right now. Give us a like, share this video around, and share the Miracle Aligners video around as well. Have lots of fun, and I'll see you again soon for another video on Scholar Gladiatoria channel. Cheers, folks.